I was standing by my window yester morning, without a thought of worry or of care, when I saw the postman coming down the pathway with such a happy smile and jaunty air. He rang the bell and whistled while he waited, and then he said, "Good morning to you, Jack." But he little knew the sorrow that he brought me when he handed me a letter edged in black. As I heard the postman whistling yester morning, coming down the pathway with his pack, oh, he little knew the sorrow that he brought me when he handed me a letter edged in black. Then with trembling hands I took the letter from him. I broke the seal and this is what I read. "Come home, my boy, your poor old father wants you. Come home, my boy, your mother dear is dead." Oh, your mother's words, the last she ever uttered, were, "Tell my boy I want him to come back." My eyes are blurred, my poor old heart is breaking, while I'm writing you this letter edged in black. Oh, I bow my head in sadness and in sorrow. The sunlight of my life, it now has fled, since the postman brought that letter yester morning, saying, "Come home, my boy, your mother dear is dead." Oh, it said, "Forgive the angry words 'twere spoken. You know I never meant them, don't you, Jack?" Oh, the angels bear me witness, I am asking your forgiveness in this letter edged in black. Do not trust him, gentle lady, though his voice be low and sweet. Heed not him who kneels before thee, gently pleading at thy feet. Now thy life is in its morning, cloud not this thy happy lot. Listen to the gypsy's warning, gentle lady, trust him not. Do not turn so coldly from me, I would only guard thy youth. From his stern and withering power, I would only tell the truth. I would shield thee from all dangers, save thee from the tempter's snare. Lady, shun that dark-eyed stranger, I have warned thee, now beware. Lady, once there lived a maiden, pure and bright, and like thee fair. But he wooed and won her, fill her gentle heart with care. Then he heeded not her weeping, nor cared he her life to save. Soon she perished, now she's sleeping in the cold and silent grave. Keep thy gold, I do not wish it, lady, I have prayed for this. For the day I might betray him, rob him of expected bliss. Gentle lady, do not wonder at my words so cold cold and mild. Lady, in that green grave yonder lies a gypsy's only child. Lady, in that green grave yonder lies a gypsy's only child. I had opened wide the shutters of a long deserted room when a flood of golden sunlight chased away the dreary gloom. As I looked around in tenderness where baby oft had lain, I chanced to see its fingerprints upon the window pane. Now the silent teardrops were falling, foolish tears that I knew were in vain. But my heart forgot its pain as I kissed away the stain, kissed those fingerprints off the window pane. Though the empty crib was standing in its old accustomed place, from beneath the little blankets peeped no precious infant face. How I longed to clasp that angel form and one sweet kiss obtain from those ruby lips that oft had pressed against a window pane. Now the silent teardrops are falling, foolish tears that I knew were in vain. But my heart forgot its pain as I kissed away the stain, kissed those fingerprints off the window pane. Though my heart was almost breaking as I gathered from the floor, here a shoe and there a stocking that our little darling wore. But I could not, though I loved the room, one moment more remain where those precious hands had left their prints upon the window pane. Now the silent teardrops are falling, foolish tears that I knew were in vain. But my heart forgot its pain as I kissed away the stain, kissed those fingerprints from off the window pane. Did you ever come home a little too late? There's no place like home. And you hunt and you push and you pull at the gate. There's no place like home. And someone standing out in the gloom dusts you down with the end of a broom and tells you that you came too soon. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. When the baby gets a colic in the middle of the night, there's no place like home. And you hunt for paregoric without any light, there's no place like home. And you step on the point of an upturned tack and yell and holler till your face is blue and black. And your wife says, for goodness sake, shut up, Jack. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. When your relatives come to visit you, there's no place like home. They bring all their trunks and they stick like glue, there's no place like home. And you give them the very best bed in the lot while you sleep in the hall on a dirty little cot with a brother-in-law who's about half shot. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. When the wind begins to whistle and the air's full of snow, there's no place like home. And the furnace fire's out and it's 22 below, there's no place like home. And you wake up in the morning when the clock is striking 9. The babies want their breakfast and they all commence to whine. And your wife's cold feet are in the middle of your spine. There's no place like home. To a little seaside village came a youth one summer's day, just to spend a short vacation, that was all. There he met a fisher maiden, and to while the hours away, at her cottage every day he used to call. The lassie thought he meant the words he spoke in idle jest, as arm in arm along the beach they'd roam. Then one day there came a letter, and with breaking heart she read just these simple words, "Goodbye, I'm going home." In the village by the sea, she was happy as could be. Like a bird, her heart was ever light and free. Now the moon don't seem so bright, for she's all alone tonight, where he left her in the village by the sea. Just a year ago this summer, to the village by the sea, to the cottage came the same youth, bright and gay. He had come to beg forgiveness, for he'd learned to love her too. Just how dear he did not know till far away. Her father comes to greet him as he knocks upon the door. Down the path into the churchyard then they roam. As he points unto a grave man, says she, simply says to me, just these simple words, "Goodbye, I'm going home." In the village by the sea, she was happy as could be. Like a bird, her heart was ever light and free. Now the moon don't shine so bright, for she's all alone tonight, where he left her in the village by the sea. My grandfather's clock was too tall for the shelf, so it stood 90 years on the floor. It was taller by half than the old man himself, though it weighed not a penny weight more. It was bought on the morn of the day that he was born, and was always his treasure and pride. But it stopped short, never to go again, when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering, tick-tock, tick-tock. It stopped short, never to go again, when the old man died. In watching its pendulum swing to and fro, many hours I'd spent while a boy. And in childhood and manhood the clock seemed to know, and to share both his grief and his joy. For it struck 24 when he entered at the door, with a blooming and beautiful bride. But it stopped short, never to go again, when the old man died. My grandfather said that of those he could hire, not a servant so faithful he found. For it wasted no time and had but one desire, at the close of each week to be wound. It was kept in its place, not a frown upon its face, and its hands never hung by its side. But it stopped short, never to go again, when the old man died. It rang an alarm in the dead of the night, an alarm that had never been dumb. And we knew that his spirit was pluming for flight, that his hour of departure had come. Still the clock kept time with a soft and muffled chime, as we silently stood by his side. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. Many, many years ago, in the valley where the prairie roses grow, once there lived an Indian queen of sweet 16 who never knew a care. To her lodge beneath the trees came a copper-colored aborigine, and to this maiden slightly he would nightly warble there. My sweet Iola, my Ola, list to me, my dream of bliss to be. Come and throw a kiss to me, for you I'm waiting beneath the stars that shine. My love, please don't decline, Iola mine. To that ditty singing brave, not a shadow of encouragement she gave. Nightly he would sigh for hours and send her flowers the while his love he told. Then he persevered so well that at last he won his copper-colored bell. And with this serenade he woos his lady as of old. My sweet Iola, Iola, list to me, my dream of bliss to be. Come and throw a kiss to me, for you I'm waiting beneath the stars that shine. My love, please don't decline, Iola mine. A laughing baby boy one evening at his play disturbed the household with his noisy glee. I warned him to be good, but he soon did disobey, for he would soon forget a word from me. I called him to my side and said, son, you must go to bed, 'cause your conduct has been very, very rude. With trembling lips and tear-filled eyes, he pleaded then with me, don't make me go to bed and I'll be good. Don't, Papa, and I'll be good. Don't, Papa, and I'll be good. That's what I heard him say, and it haunts me night and day. Don't make me go to bed, and I'll be good. Our hearts had just been gladdened by his bright ascending beams. Our boy now in our hearts was very dear. I hastened to his side and found him talking in his sleep. He didn't seem to know that we were near. I took him in my arms and found his body racked with pain. To ease his pain we did the best we could. It broke my heart to hear him crying loudly in his sleep. Don't make me go to bed and I'll be good. How sorrow fills our hearts, how fears oppress our minds, when danger gathers around the ones we love. He lingered but a day, then his spirit passed away to join the angels' chorus up above. All night and day we watched and prayed, we never left his side. To give him up it seemed we never could. It broke my heart to hear him saying just before he died, don't make me go to bed and I'll be good. Don't, Papa, and I'll be good. Don't, Papa, and I'll be good. That's what I heard him say, and it haunts me night and day. Don't make me go to bed and I'll be good. To a mansion in the city came a couple old and gray to meet their son who left them long ago. He had prospered and grown wealthy since in youth he ran away, and now his life was one of pomp and show. But coldly did he greet them, for its friends were by his side, who often heard him boast of home so grand. But the old man sadly looked at him and said in modest pride, as he gently took his dear wife by the hand, "We are just plain folks, your mother and me, just plain folks like our own folks used to be. As our presence seems to grieve you, we will go away and leave you, for we're sadly out of place here, 'cause we're just plain folks. 'Tain't so long ago since you were but a simple country lad, and did the work that country lads should do. In those days you never looked with shame on mother and old dad. In fact, my boy, we both were proud of you. But something must have changed you, for your wealth is broad vain pride. Still riches sometimes take swift wings, they say, but you'll always find a hearty welcome at your parents' side. They will greet you in the same old loving way. We are just plain folks, your mother and me, just plain folks like our own folks used to be. As our presence seems to grieve you, we'll go away and leave you, for we're sadly out of place here, 'cause we're just plain folks. There in the din of the battle's roar, just at the close of day, wounded and bleeding upon the field, two dying soldiers lay. One held a ringlet of thin gray hair, one held a lock of brown, bidding each other a last farewell just as the sun went down. One thought of mother at home alone, feeble and old and gray, one of a sweetheart he'd left in town, happy and young and gay. One kissed a ringlet of thin gray hair, one kissed a lock of brown, bidding farewell to the stars and stripes just as the sun went down. One knew the joy of a mother's love, one of a sweetheart fair. Thinking of home they lay side by side, breathing a farewell prayer. One for his mother so old and gray, one for his love in town. They closed their eyes to the earth and skies just as the sun went down. One thought of mother at home alone, feeble and old and gray, one of a sweetheart he'd left in town, happy and young and gay. One kissed a ringlet of thin gray hair, one kissed a lock of brown, bidding farewell to the stars and stripes just as the sun went down. Well, I just got back from New York town, where I never had been before. Ain't got as much money as I had when I left, but I know a whole lot more. When I left home, I thought that I was a man of some renown, but in old New York out on the board, just a rube from high grass town. Oh my, what they did to me lingers in my memory. From early morning till the sun went down, I got buncoed all day round, cut more capers than a circus clown. Darned old rube from high grass town. Well, I writ some letters on a train that I wanted to mail back home, telling about the things that I had saw and just how far I'd come. I saw books all painted red and I dropped my letters in. Fire engine came from miles around and the bells commenced to ring. Oh my, what they did to me, squirted water all over me. Somebody hollered, just let him drown, he's a darned old rube from High Grass Town. Two little children, a boy and a girl, sat by an old church door. The little girl's feet were as brown as the curls that fell on the dress that she wore. The boy's coat was faded and hatless his head, but tears shone in each little eye. Why don't you run home to your mama, I said, and this was a maiden's reply. Mama's in heaven, they took her away, left Jim and I all alone. We came here to stay till the close of the day, for we have no mama, no home. We can't earn our bread, we're too little, she said. Jim 5 years and I only 7. No one to love us since Papa is dead and our darling mama's in heaven. Papa was lost out at sea long ago. We waited all night on the shore, for he was a life-saving captain, you know, and he never came back anymore. Then Mama got sick, angels took her away. They said to home fair and bright. She said she would come for her darling sometime. Perhaps she is coming tonight. Maybe tonight there's no room there, she said, 2 little ones to keep. Then placing her arm under little Jim's head, she kissed him and both fell asleep. The sexton came early to ring the church bell. He found them all covered snow white. The angels made room for 2 children to dwell in heaven with Mama that night. Mama's in heaven, they took her away, left Jim and I all alone. We came here to stay till the close of the day, for we have no mama, no home. We can't earn our bread, we're too little, she said. Jim 5 years and I only 7. No one to love us since Papa is dead and our darling mama's in heaven. Ye gentlemen and ladies fair who grace this famous city, come listen if you've time to spare while I rehearse a ditty. And for an opportunity, conceive yourselves quite lucky, for 'tis not often that you meet a hunter from Kentucky. Oh, Kentucky, the hunters of Kentucky. I suppose you've read it in the prints, how Pakenham attempted to make old Hickory Jackson wince, but soon his schemes repented. For Jackson, he was wide awake, he was not scared at trifles, and well he knew what aim to take with our Kentucky rifles. Oh, Kentucky, the hunters of Kentucky. Old Pakenham, he made his brags, if he in fights was lucky, he'd have our gals in cotton bags, in spite of old Kentucky. And we with rifles ready cocked, thought such occasion lucky, and quickly round the general's flock, the hunters of Kentucky. He led us down to Cypress Swamp, the ground was low and mucky. There stood John Bull in martial pomp, and here was old Kentucky. Oh, Kentucky, the hunters of Kentucky. A bank was raised to hide our breast, not that we thought of dying, but then we always shoot from rest, unless the game is flying. Behind it stood our little force, none wished it to be greater, for every man was half a horse and half an alligator. Oh, Kentucky, the hunters of Kentucky. They found at last 'twas vain to fight, where lead was all their booty, and so they wisely took to flight, and left us all our beauty. And now if danger e'er annoys, remember what our trade is. Just send for us Kentucky boys, and we'll protect your ladies. Oh, Kentucky, the hunters of Kentucky. Life is like a mountain railroad with an engineer that's brave. We must make the run successful from the cradle to the grave. Watch the curves, the fills, the tunnels, never falter, never quail. Keep your hand up on the throttle and your eye up on the rail. Blessed Savior, thou wilt guide us till we reach that blissful shore, where the angels wait to join us in thy praise forevermore. You will roll up grades of trial, you will cross the bridge of strife. See that Christ is your conductor on this lightning train of life. Always mindful of obstructions, do your duty, never fail. Keep your hand up on the throttle and your eye up on the rail. You will often find obstructions, look for storms of wind and rain. On a fill, or curve, or trestle, they will almost ditch your train. Put your trust alone in Jesus, never falter, never fail. Keep your hand up on the throttle and your eye up on the rail. As you roll across the trestle, spanning Jordan's swelling tide, you behold the Union Depot into which your train will glide. There you'll meet the superintendent, God the Father, God the Son. With the hearty, joyous plaudit, weary pilgrim, welcome home. Blessed Savior, thou wilt guide us till we reach that blissful shore, where the angels wait to join us in thy praise forevermore.